Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Okay, please. This is like kind of like radio, talk radio, because obviously you can't see me. And I got like 12 things going on, so you're really not going to see me. But hear me out, because I came here today to talk about what everyone has been talking about. Our bro, Will Smith, having an encounter with our brother Chris Rock over his queen, Jada. Now, I just have some questions. I need these questions answered before I give my opinion. Number one, yes, Chris was hired to host the show, but my number one question is, were they his jokes or was he reading a teleprompter? Now, the reason I asked this question is because I didn't get to watch the award show, but I did see that part of the show, and I felt like as he was reading it, that he kind of was like, you know how you say something or you do something and you feel uncomfortable with doing something, or someone's like, yeah, like, oh, I want to spend the night over your house. Like if you're a kid, right? I want to spend the night over your house. Well, you ask my mom. And then you feel like uncomfortable having to say it because, yeah, you want to say it, but then again, you really don't want to say it. You're saying it because for him, he's been hired to do a job. But on the other hand, it's like, oh man, I have to talk junk, right? So that was my first question. Was it his joke or was it something he read from a teleprompter? That's question number one. Question number two is, now seriously. We all know Jada, she has a beautiful, beautiful sister, period. But she can hold off that short haircut, right? Like my life, people were like, oh, you look like Toni Braxton at a certain age. I was like, I do? I can cut all my hair off and try to pull this off. It went all the way wrong for me. It was not cute. It did not work. It was not cute. Not at all. Yeah, it just didn't work out for me. So, but she has a beautiful enough head where even with her hair shaved, she still looks beautiful, right? So with it being said, honestly, question number two, if you look how she looks and then you go ahead and look at a picture of the woman who played G.I. Jane, honestly, does it not resemble? It does resemble. People are like, oh no, there's more to it. And listen. I'm going to go off of a person that is, who doesn't have vision, right? If they said, feel the lady's head that has this G.I. Jane, and he rubs his hands over her head, and then they said, feel this woman's head, and he rubs his hands over her head, and then let's say Rapunzel walks in the room, and he's like, well, feel her hair, and he put his hand over her head, his hand would just keep on going and going and going and going because Rapunzel has this long ponytail. So which one would they say she resembles more? Would it be G.I. Jane or would it be Rapunzel? I think we all know the answer to this. Yes, it went in a different direction than whoever created the joke probably thought it would go. But what I will say is, a lot of people say that celebrities, they're like, oh, I'm not a role model. Your parents are your role model. This one is your role model. That one is your role model. Honestly, when you say that you want to have a love for the craft, you take on part of that responsibility of being a role model. Now, I think one way, and who cares what I think, but I'm just saying, one way that I feel like this could have went, because they were in the front row, and when you're in the front row, everybody sees you. So when everybody sees you, you become not necessarily a target, but you're in the light, right? Because think about a play, right? Someone that's in the front is more relevant than someone who might just be in as a part of the orchestra, right? Although you all are a part, the person that is the main character is in the front, and they were in the front, so that's why they became more of, I'll say, a target. Target's probably a negative word, but I'll say the light was on them to make it sound a little bit better. But what I will say in closing is that I think what would have been a little bit better is after he said that, what he could have did for his wife, because she did feel some type of a way. He could have went and rubbed his wife's head and gave her a beautiful kiss on her forehead to let her know, regardless of what anybody say, I got you, boo. You're my love. You're my wife. And regardless of what's going on in the world, we together. So it matters what no one else says, because it's us. You know, I think that that would have been a better response, because in the end, now there's controversy around it. I don't know if it was staged or if it was not staged. You never know. You never will know. So many things go on in this world that, you know, you see. I always say, believe half of what you see, because real quick, I go to take pictures of the moon, and I don't know that it's a half a moon, but then when I see it, it looks like it's a full moon, and I'm like, that's not like your eyes. What you say? Your eyes, I thank God for these eyes, because sometimes a picture doesn't always capture what you think you're really saying. Anyway, my name is Shannon Nicole Stevens. I create music. I go by Champagne. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to share with your friends. I apologize that you could not see me. I'm doing like 12 other things, but I did want to talk about this video. I did want to create this video. Yeah, I hope you all have 360 peace and be well. Bye. Bye.